Hi guys, welcome to TedRedwood Gaming. I'm Ed, and I am tacking the youth intake onto whatever video is next. So the last video I recorded was, this will serve as a little intro as well I suppose. The last video I recorded was FC Eindhoven, we won 4-1. We've since beaten FC Den Bosch 4-2, then lost to Dordrecht and Almere and drew against Telstar. Right, so just like the first youth intake, what I like to do is literally just click on them quickly and say yes, no, maybe. But we'll cover the quick ones here. So every reason to be excited by Chardonnay Kawaya, who has the potential to be one of the most gifted players to come through the youth ranks at OS in recent years. And he likes to think he's had a notable influence in bringing through Enrico Elia. Well, last season he had a terrible influence. Let's hope for the best this time.
So first up, Rudart, goalkeeper, no. Centre back, 2.5 star potential, no. So generally 3-star potential minimum before I even start thinking about them. No. Well, some of his stats aren't actually that bad for someone so terrible. No.
We've got our first one to think about. Lars Riekers, left wing back naturally, which is interesting. You don't see too much of that. We are sort of struggling in the left-back position because of Mustafa Ozil being a nightmare and getting himself sent off. We have just signed the left-back, spoiler alert, but he's not bad, so I'm going to sign him and retrain him to be an actual left-back, and we will see how that gets on. So Lars Riekers is our guy so far.
Ruud de Groot. Oh, no, I saw a couple of oranges and yellows, I got excited.
So this is Chardonnay Kawaya, who is yet another advanced playmaker. He's got bad composure, so he's got 4-star potential as well. I'll sign him up because he's got 1-star current, 4-star potential. It's not too bad, but a bit disappointing if those are the best two.
Attacking mid, 2-star potential. Again, some of these guys have some okay mentals. So this is the guy with the coaching style, and he's just... I mean, 7s are fine. If he had 7 everywhere, I'd sign him. Then you could grow by 3, and he's well-rounded for this level. Winger, no. Again, there's some stats in the right places, which is nice to see. So at least it's not... I know they're not amazing players, but they're not the worst I've ever seen in my life. Eric Apaya, 2.5-star potential. Winger who can't dribble or cross or pass. Doesn't really have much pace either. No, no. Last one. Great name. I hope he doesn't sign, because I've got no idea how to pronounce that.
Ramazan Hatipoglu. That is great. So we've got 2 players from that. Let's look at the youth candidates in full.
So yeah, 2 players. Apaya was a maybe, but probably not. This guy's 2.5-star. He's a defender with 3 heading and 4 tackling. So I don't think so. I'll just double check the 2s again, super quick. I mean, he's not much worse. Tell you what, I'm going to sign these, everyone above 2, because we have got our youth affiliate now. Youth affiliate? Whatever. It's sort of a feeder club, aren't they? So I sign all these dudes up. I could probably do this a lot faster, right? But I've committed now, so I'm just going to see it through. And they are, I think they're in what would be the 4th division. I'm not 100% sure of that. But they are going to need players on loan if they want to progress. And I do want to sort of bring up a team.
Which sounds weird when you put it like that. This is the team in question. So it's Juliana 31. They have no players. Do they get any youth candidates through? No. They've got 1 player. Sorry, I lied. He's actually, I've seen worse. But that's it. So yeah, that's our youth intake. It was horrendously disappointing. I'll see you for whenever the next episode is. I don't know yet. We're looking terrible right now. Hi guys, welcome back to TedRedwood Gaming. I'm Ed, and today we are continuing our journey with FC OS in Football Manager 2018. It's Season 2, Episode 8 or 9? I think it might be episode 9. We'll come back to that. I think it's season 2, episode 9. So we are at the last game of the season. You can probably see from the league. We've not got that many more points since last time. It's been terrible. So I've just been skipping through. I mean, if you look at the table here, we're high as 4th at some point. But since we last met, it's been terrible. So we last met for FC Eindhoven, which won 4-1. I just played through most of these games on the night. So beat FC Den Bosch 4-2. Since then, it's just been terrible. So loss, draw, loss, loss, draw, loss, loss. I was tempted to come back for the RKC game because they were just below us in the league at the time, and sort of a win there would guarantee, because I think how it works is the bottom 2 teams in the overall league that have qualified for the playoffs go into that first round, whereas the rest of them go straight into the second round. So that was a pretty big game, which we just threw away. We were 5-0 down at the break. No, we weren't. We were 4-0 down at the break, then went 5-0 down, and then I went strikerless. I've been going strikerless a few times to try and get something. Young Ajax, we were never going to get anything from. They're rampant. I mean, sorry, I don't know how old he is, but Klaas-Jan Huntelaar is scoring against us, and he's just ridiculous. Something else is ridiculous, so I'm not going to go into too much detail here. We've been terrible. I don't know what's going wrong. Something is going wrong. I don't know how this compares to anyone else. But injury history, this is this season. Let's do it by date. I don't know what to say to this. We've had so many first team players just out. I mean, if you look at the last 3 months, it's insane. Everyone I sign, I don't believe some of these minor ones are technically minor either. Like 4 to 7, 3 to 4, 3, 4, 3, 3, 4, 3. I'm just saying numbers. But if you look at some of the guys that get injured, and Panis, he's not been out for too long. Ate's been out for near a couple of months. And Panis has been out for a month. Bakila's been out for closing in on 2 months. Kamachi's been out for over 2 months. Just signed Daniel Fredheim Holm, another Football Manager classic I used to love, as he's 33, and he didn't want to sign for me before. I thought, you know what, advanced playmaker could be nice to sort of have around as a tutor maybe. Determination's terrible, so that was a terrible mistake. He's on 1.7k a week. I thought, yeah, you know what, he can come in, he's got some good technicals. He got injured within seconds of coming on as a sub, and he's out for 3 to 6 weeks. It's just been like that. We ended one game, I think our last game we played actually against Young Ajax, we ended with like 7 men on the pitch due to injuries. It's just, I've never known anything like it. I don't know if it's because we're mostly amateur. I mean, apparently we're above average, but not the most in the league. But Hellerbe has been out constantly for a while now, so there goes 2 months, 3 months, at least 3 months there. I'm sick of it. So the team for the final game of the season has a very familiar look about it. As much as I'm going on about injuries, we are pretty much there at the moment. So Moose in goal, right back Bill, left back Mustafa Ozil, 2 centre backs Dorette and Van Wetten. Kramer signed a new deal at his club that he's at, so I'm not interested in him anymore. Van Winnen's in the middle on a ball-winning midfielder on defence. I swapped him and backboard around and then put Van Winnen on actual ball-winning midfielder on defend. Apparently you can't do it, but I don't know, I don't believe that. We just are giving away so much space in that middle third to the point where I've almost played a sweeper today because I'm so fed up of the middle area leaking goals. Backboard is still centre mid on support. Then we've got Van der Kast and Panis Urbe in attacking positions with Bakila up front. We do have most of our players back. We signed this guy. I've called him Vinny S. I think he was called Vincent Schmidt, but Vinny S seems to fit. Like Vinny S. He's 23, he's Dutch. He has a small amount of potential left. We kind of need another left back, as Ozil is a nightmare. But of course he's suspended because he got sent off in the last game. So there you go. And this is quite a big game, so I don't want to play our youngster, who's learned the position a bit of left back, but he'll get there. He's quite good, but not now. Not right now, not this second. So apart from that, let's get into it. Oh, yeah, I just need to click through. So we're playing Young Az, who are quite low down in the table. So a win, I think, will guarantee that we go into that second playoff. I don't know if it's 2 legs. And then I don't know if the playoff against the top division is 2 legs. I've got no idea. We'll just figure out when we get there. But this will be 1 episode. We could drop out of the playoff places and no one cares. Not that we can, but, you know, we'll lie. So, backboard, when I signed him on a perm deal, he, for whatever reason... Sorry, I just need to pause it. Sorry, we're back. I just noticed my laptop wasn't charging. Backboard, when we signed him, we said we would get promoted within, I thought it was a couple of seasons, but apparently it was this season. So between episodes, he threw a bit of a hissy fit because Young Ajax won the league, and he was less than, oh my word, they've hit the post. He was less than pleased because I guess he then thought we could not get promoted, even though Young Ajax can't be promoted for 1, and 2, there are still playoffs to play. Oh, and 3 was technically still in the shout with the automatic place. I think things are a bit broken in this league. Oh, they put it just over the bar. So yeah, that was upsetting. So he's upset. I've got a lot of upset players. I mean, Ampanis is still annoyed that I didn't give him game time when I promised him, as much as he's now playing constantly. There was a big call today between him and Ate, but what served us quite well, Young Az have a corner on the left. We had 3 guys ready to clear it. We're giving it straight to him on the edge. It's gone just over. Hello, base picked up a knock, of course. What's his name? Ampanis and Van der Kust. We had our sort of best period of the season when they were in the team together, and there's Hervé injured.
I'm sick of it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I really don't. I don't know if it's just been a long season. I've played a lot of the same players. We do have Kamachi on the bench. We also have Ton Holes. I love Ton Holes. This is a big decision. Kamachi comes in. You know what? No, you can stay on attack.
I've changed one thing with the tactic, which was literally the ball-winning midfielder on defend, because I was playing around with it. I was literally writing on post-it notes today at work, ridiculously. I was trying to figure out where there are gaps. So obviously where I've got a wing-back on the left, maybe they're getting forward more than the full-back on the right, so I should move the more defensive player to the left to cover that. Kind of hard to tell right now. You've been unlucky, sure. So we currently sit in 9th. So how many players? So FC Eindhoven 1, NEC. I'll come to them in a second. My word. NEC, Helmond, Fortuna, NAC, FCR. So I think we are in the 6th and final position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wait, I'm confused. I'm always confused. We'll figure out the end. NEC, our sort of rivals to an extent, the one we had an affiliate with. They've only gone and won the cup in the 2nd division. I'm so annoyed about it.
We did so well. We beat so many top division opposition. I haven't had a look at their route to the final, but I'm real annoyed about it. I'm very jealous. It's all gone wrong in this game. It was going so well, and something has changed. I don't know if the players have just got knackered. I did have a look between games at who's our last guy coming on B. So I just brought on Ate, by the way, for Ampanis. And we're creating nothing up front, so I'm just going to go strikerless again, I think. Actually, no, Ozell, I don't want you letting me down. So I'm going to bring on our... Well, I would bring on our youth guy if he wants to get on the pitch. Get on the pitch! Oh, he hates it, but I don't care.
Yeah, I wanted to win the cup. I can't remember what I was saying now at all. Well, it looks like they're down to 10, but I'm not going to make the same mistake again. I'm just going to leave it as it is. Oh, it's just this whole thing, this whole save. It's got me upset. I don't know what to do. Yes, I looked between games at, on the squad report, it comes up with the average for attributes over the division, things like that. I think we're above average for 2 out of all the attributes in all positions, or something. It might not be 2, that might be a bit of an exaggeration, but it's not many. It is not many at all. We're creating nothing here.
And this is worrying for the playoffs. We've not created a single thing in this game. I'm bored of retaining possession. I'm going to push for this.
So maybe we just found our level. I don't know why we're overperforming for so long. Another thought I had about, because it says loads of our players are suited for the division below, I don't know if that's skewed by the fact that teams like Ajax and Co are in this league, and obviously their players are way too good. Some of the ones that appear, so as soon as someone like Siem de Jong or Klaas-Jan Huntelaar appears in your league, does that mean your players are technically a lot worse? I don't know, but possibly. So we're not. I don't think we're as bad as the start or as the assistant report suggests. He's quite good at judging player ability and potential as well. There you go, boring 0-0. That's great. That is great. But at the same time, it does show that we are below average as well. But again, maybe that's skewed by the players. I don't know. I think we were a below average side. Did I just say we're happy? I'm not really. They're really low down. So let's find out where we've ended up in the playoffs.
So here we are. I'm going to cover this first. Hello, oh, he's out for another day. He's always out. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of all these injuries. Right, tells to secure a playoff spot. Fantastic, that's good for him. I'm going to show you the periods in a second, so at the end of the proper league season. Team secure playoff spots. I mean, all of them. So where am I? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. So actually, we're ninth. How ridiculous! That's so poor. But I think that means we're into the second round. So I'll click through, and we will. Oh, and Glenville is banned. The squad's falling apart. We hit form way too early, and I think as soon as we're out the cup, I don't know if it's loaded into the game in any way, shape, or form, but it just seems as if as soon as that went out the window, we went out the window completely. So a couple of things to look at. Well, we've still got no idea on when we're playing, but I think SC Canberra got in because they got a league position, so let's see if they've got any games coming up. No. I'll have to come back to you for this one, aren't I? And the final thing to look at, I wanted to look at NEC's run to the final of the cup because it's sickening. Right, well, they beat Utrecht, and then they beat Ajax, and then they beat ADO Den Haag. You know what, I've done them a huge disservice there. They got to the same stage as us, but then drew a team in our division, whereas we drew VVV. But then they got finaled and beat Sparta in the final, but they also beat Ajax, and Utrecht, and ADO. So they've done pretty well, so... I mean, what do you say to that? Just, maybe I'm terrible. Maybe I'm a terrible manager. That's not news to you guys, though. I'll click through a couple more times. And we'll see where we end up. I might just shadow record the playoff thing because I kind of want to get back in the house with my wife. She's watching Best of Ed Sheeran, like, or Top Hits or whatever. Ooh, love that guy. We're both ginger, so, you know, we get on.
Yeah, I'll shadow record it, and I will make it semi-dramatic, possibly. Still nothing. So yeah, if you've enjoyed that, I've also stuck the youth intake on the start of this, so that's why you're seeing the guy that I've not shown you before, ridiculously. But yeah, I'll stick that on the start of this video, so if you've enjoyed all that, please do comment, like, subscribe. The next video will be us in a playoff game of sorts. I don't know what it will be, because it's still not come up, but I will see you for that one. Cheers.